So to escalate from the integer data type, we're now going to look at the character data type. This is 2.7, the character data type, and it starts on page 49 in your textbook. So a couple of things to notice here about the char data type. So as an integer, you would identify your variable first by saying int, so that C++ knows, okay, your variable is going to be of type integer. Here we use char, C-H-A-R. This way C++ knows this variable is of the character data type. The other thing to notice is when we assign a value to that char data type, we do not use the double quotes. We use the single quotes here. This is going to be the first thing that trips up some of you when you are coding using the character data type. We are so familiar now, even just here by page 49, with seeing the double quotes on everything, that it becomes like muscle memory. You ignore the single quotes versus double quotes. So double quotes are for strings. A string is a collection of characters. A character is one character, exclusively one character, and it has the single quotes that go around it. Now, I do want to point out something that's really neat about C++, that's really neat about the way that all of our programming languages now are structured. So I'm just going to scroll down here and mention this figure 2-4. This is on page 50. A character is not stored as what we would think of as a character. So it is not the letter C the way we think of it. The letters A, B, and C are stored as ASCII. Those are stored numerically. So what you see here, the letter capital A is stored as 65. And what happens is C++ during the runtime understands, okay, when I am referencing wherever this variable is in memory, even though the value that's stored there is 65, when I read this out into an output window, or when I use this as part of a decision, really I'm going to refer to this internally as the character uppercase A. And again, with single quotes, that's how we would assign that. So this mathematical representation is fantastic for us as developers, because what it allows us to do is make comparisons. Do not worry. We will make these comparisons in, chapters 3, 4, and 5 to start off with. But just to lay the foundation there, I can say, is rock greater or less than valley when I'm evaluating, which word would go first, rock or valley or college, if I was to alphabetize them. That would be a nightmare for us to have to code. But instead, the R in Rock Valley, or the R in rock rather, has an ASCII code. It has a numeric value. The V in valley has an ASCII code. It has a numeric value. The C in college, same thing, numeric representation, so that we can do comparison on them. So the char cardinal data type, it is always included with C++. We do not have to take into consideration the addition of another header file like we will with strings later on. It's always there. The char data type is, both for us as end users and developers, representative rather of a character. So an alphabetic letter, actually a numeric character, so 0 through 9, the tilde, the exclamation point, the question mark, all of those are characters. But all of those also is represented numerically, so we can do comparisons on them. That pays out a little bit later on.